This is a list of my top 5 favourite warframes right now. As a preface, I want to say I try to avoid making this list all about strength. While all of these are meta options, I wanted to pick ones that I genuinely enjoyed playing for one reason or another. But first I have a few honourable mentions, starting with Sarin with the new Jade Stars helmet. This is just an incredible nuke. I just wanted to avoid putting it on the actual list because this is one of the ones where I think I'm only really playing it for the strength, and I don't really fault myself for doing that, but it's just not something that I want to be on the list for. Another honourable mention has to go to Inaros, in my opinion, because he can do this. And so, yeah, with persistence he can now pretty much survive all the way to level cap without you actually needing to press any buttons, apart from his 3 whenever it runs out, and occasionally his 2. But since he doesn't offer much else, I can't put him in the actual list. And the third honourable mention goes to Nezha, for the same reason as Sarin, where I do enjoy playing him, but it's mostly just because he does so much damage, and I don't want that to be the only reason why I play him. So I can't put him any higher on the list. But starting off the actual list, we have Dante. Dante, obviously very popular. This setup uses Nourish to just really make the most out of his supporting capabilities. The thing that I really like about Dante is just how versatile he is, and how he just covers all the grounds. Infinite survivability, makes all your weapons super strong, and it just makes your life so much easier playing this game. You never have to think about anything apart from casting your abilities once every minute or so. So he just absolutely shreds, whether it's with a weapon or with Dark versus nuking. He just does so much damage and has so much survivability. I have 2 Tau casting. You really do need at least 1, but any more is optional, and 3 strength, but that's all optional. This is a build that I'm running. It's almost purely for strength, with a bit of duration. And the Nero mods are only here because I sometimes use him with the Slam Magistar. Next up we have Zarta's Whisper Gauss. This one, I like Gauss because he's fast. He was my first Prime Warframe when I started the game, and he just had to be on the list somewhere. Zarta's Gauss, I do use a bug to make him incredibly survivable, but also I just like him because of the damage. He can turn bad weapons good, good weapons great, and broken weapons even better. See, with the Vastilock here, normally it's alright, doesn't really do much. But it's pretty good. But With Gauss, it goes from a decent weapon to that. And again, with the dual coder Toxica, it's a good weapon, but with Gauss it just becomes absolute machine. And so I just had to put some respect on his name. And obviously Macrush as well. One of the greatest abilities to ever exist, even if I can't control it. Next on the list we have Titania. She is a warframe that I like for very similar reasons to Gauss, which is that I like fast warframes. But obviously, like every Titania user, I use her for the 4, which is her Razor Wing. Because it does this. Blows enemies up. I just realised I forgot to show you the Gauss build. Hold on. I use the Arcane Aegis bug for survivability. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but I'd rather superslume over the 2 than the 1. Everything is all into strength and some duration as well, obviously with Arcane Concentration. And yeah, I mean, quite a standard gun buffing setup. With Titania, I'm obviously running for Razorwing Blitz, with, again, lots and lots of strength, and a shield gate setup with catalyzing shields, and an auger mod on my Grimoire. The Dex Pixia, I mod for Blast with Toxin, which gets changed into Corrosive via Archon Continuity. And so, again, Titania just does a lot of damage and is incredibly fast. The next warframe I want to talk about is a relative new addition to this list in my opinion, and that's Zaku. Zaku I didn't really like playing, but after Jade Stars got added, I think they're just too satisfying, not to mention with Zeneric and Energy Nexus, you have basically infinite energy, and now you just run around and everything just dies. Doesn't matter what they want to do, they just evaporate. I didn't really like playing them until Jade Stars got added, but now it's just so satisfying hearing the ping 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 from everything. So obviously, Jade Stars as the Helminth over the 1. I build it almost entirely for range, with some strength, and a little bit of duration with Augur Message and Primed Continuity. Your survivability comes entirely from Circumvent, combined with Shade for invisibility. Energy Nexus and Zeneric is your energy management, which together, 8 energy per second, is enough to restore all of your energy for the Vastan time and Jade Stars by the time the duration runs out, which is a long time. And finally, we have Jade. This is a setup on Jade that I've always enjoyed using, but it just hasn't been very fun to use up until now. And that's, of course, the explosion setup with her glory. It's always been a fun build, but with the addition of Arcane Sculptor, it's only become better, and it's... well, yeah. Again, this setup just nukes entire rooms with how much damage it does, and the radius of everything. Jade is just such a fun frame to me, flying around in the air. And again, for simulated Titania, I do just enjoy flying. The setup is quite simple. It's a lot of range and a lot of strength. We completely ignore efficiency because our energy management comes from Equilibrium and Arcane Sculptor. Since we are invisible, to trigger the extra strength from Arcane Intensify, we do need to use Combat Discipline, and Arcane Crepuscular adds crit damage and strength to us for our explosions. Our survivability comes from Shade, again, and we build our glory for crit damage and for pure elemental damage and crit with Innovate. So we have all of these just to increase the damage. I don't know if Pistol Elementalist actually does anything on the setup, but just in case it does, I keep it on here. Your Focus School could be anything, but I like Madurai to snapshot the strength into her 4. And the Furax Wraith provides fire rate for her secondary, which I don't think affects the alternate fire, but since she can be run with other options, I like to keep it on anyways. But yeah, those are all of my favourite warframes right now. So I'll show you some gameplay clips, and that's it for the video.